Let's see what message is. Okay, so we have Judgment in reverse. We've got New Chapter. And we've got Outdoors and Nature. This is a card that I will save for later, after the reading. This is giving maybe you're stuck in a cycle or a loop of some sort, but it's one of which that you have control over. Remember, you're in control of your own life. If you are stuck in a pattern or a loop, you have the power to pull yourself out of that. But it does require work. It does require going within. It does require giving yourself grace because, again, we are all human. We come to learn lessons. We come to this planet and this life to learn lessons, and we will catch ourselves in a loop or a cycle if we do not learn the lesson that we're supposed to. We will keep repeating things until we have truly learned the lesson that we were meant to. Say you're in an unhealthy relationship and you learn certain lessons within that relationship, then you move on from that relationship and you grow and you become single, and then maybe you start dating again, and maybe this one's a little bit better than the next, but there's still patterns and there's still things that you accept or settle for, or still behaviors that are coming up that may be similar to what you dealt with in the past. Well, that's a pattern. That's a cycle that you're stuck in. You didn't learn the lesson the first time, so you are settling yet again in another relationship, and you need to fully learn the lesson of what you deserve, what you need, what you want, what you can compromise on, and what you can't. Or say it's a relationship with yourself, and you have patterns and cycles of self-judgment and low self-esteem and self-criticism, and not just truly not loving yourself fully. Things will be presented to you in life with an opportunity to grow and to learn self-love and to learn how to have compassion for yourself. But if you don't put in that work, and if you don't truly stay disciplined in your growth and in your journey, you're going to be faced with the same cycles and the same thought patterns and the same belief systems until you learn to break out of them and step free from them. But this is very much something that you're aware of. You're aware of this, and it's coming to light, and things are being brought to light. And maybe you've been aware of these things for a long time, and you've been trying to work on them, or you've been knowing that you need to work on them. You just don't know how. Start small, guys, baby steps. Anything that you can do to help yourself in any situation counts. You have to start somewhere. Write positive affirmations in the mirror. Journal. Release your negative beliefs and start reconstructing your belief systems. The belief systems that we have were passed on to us from someone, whether it was our parents, whether it was society, teachers. It's a combination of everything. Our belief systems were constructed by somebody else. They're not our belief systems. So when we begin to deconstruct those belief systems and create our own and see things for as they truly are, and see things for what they are, and see people for who they are, and see ourselves for who we truly are, we can begin to rebuild those belief systems. If something isn't working, friends, change it. Change it. That's simple. It might not seem simple because it does take a lot of hard work, and that's where a lot of people tend to quit. And they quit when the going gets rough, and they quit before they see results, or they quit because they get impatient with themselves or with others. But when you put in the hard work and the time and the effort that it truly takes to grow and develop these new belief systems, and not right your wrongs, but to reconstruct and to rebuild, when you take the time to rebuild, you will break out of the pattern, and you will break out of the loops, and you will break out of the old cycles, and what's meant for you will find you, and what's not will fall away. But you do have to do the work. When you do this work, you're in this stage of life where you're just about ready to turn the page to begin a new chapter, but you're not quite there yet because you do have this work to do. In some way, shape, or form, you are needing to release and free yourself from a cycle of some sort so you can start this new chapter. And I'm going to pull the guidebook out for this one because the guidebook does offer some affirmations or prayers. But you are being nudged to move forward and to take that next step. And if you were here for my last reading, this card also came out. So this is really resonating with some of you out there right now. The prayer for this one: guide me through this transition and give me the courage to make choices that help my soul to grow. And the solar plexus and heart chakras are associated because those decisions, those gut feelings, when you act upon them, that does come from your solar plexus. Your decisions moving forward in this next chapter should be heart-centered decisions. They should be decisions based out of alignment, not based out of fear. They should be decisions based out of love for yourself and for others around you. They should not be decisions that you make for someone else or to prove something or to something based out of fear. Trust your intuition and trust your gut and honor that. Honor your feelings, but learn to believe in yourself. Listen to your intuition and the guidance and the nudges that you get and believe in yourself. Take some time and reflect on nature's wisdom to guide you through this period. This is what the guidebook says too, right up here. Take some time out and reflect on nature's wisdom to guide you through this period. Rest assured that smooth roads are ahead. And here we have outdoors and nature. So this outdoors and nature, this is from my inner child oracle deck. And when Adonai appears, your inner child is being called to find a natural creative outlet. Follow your inner explorer, get in tune with your primal, instinctive, creative nature, and awaken new parts of yourselves. This is who is in need of some love. Your inner child that yearns for the outdoors and nature. We get so stuck. Society is so stuck in consuming, but it's time to go outside and be mindful, be present, create, play. Find space and time to appreciate the outdoors and nature, and you'll gain some clarity and perspective and be able to make a clear choice about how you want to live and what things in life need to change. It's fascinating how healing nature is and nature can be if you let it be. And if you truly sit and be present, your intuition will strengthen and guide you. The last card I have here is faults. When you see faults in others, this is a golden opportunity to investigate whether the judgment standards you hold in your mind are valid. So again, the belief system and the thought patterns that you have, take a step back. When you see faults in someone else, it's a good opportunity to go within and to go within why you think these things are faults and why you're placing judgment on this person for having such faults, and maybe begin to restructure things. Say you got mad at somebody for something that they did at work, or somebody at work is really irritating you or doesn't seem to understand, you don't seem to connect. Look within and go deeper and figure out why. Why is this person bothering me? Why is what they are doing affecting me in this way? Why can't I move past this? Why am I stuck on this? I guarantee you, when you look within and go deeper, you will find that they are triggering something within you that has nothing to do with them. It's just they may have reactivated a thought pattern that you may need to evolve from and grow past. Let me read a short little thing from the guidebook. The mind that habitually thinks of kindness sees kindness in others. The mind that habitually judges sees faults in others. Knowing that my guru does not actually have that fault, I look for bumps in my own mind to be smoothed out. As a result, I set myself free of the arbitrary standard I have set up for judgment. A faultless world is one filled with appreciation, gratitude, and loving images of all sentient beings. So take a moment, and when you're finding faults and flaws in other people, take a moment to look within and realize and understand why you are judging them and where that belief system is coming from and where can you smooth that over. Because a mind that habitually thinks of kindness sees kindness in others. So as you're focusing on kindness and love and light, the more you focus on those things, the more you can see that in other people and in society, in your daily life, whether that's work, home, family, relationships, kids, strangers on the street, strangers on social media, the accounts that you follow. The more that you see kindness and think of kindness, the more that it will be reflected to you. Everyone around you and everybody in your world is a mirror. It is a direct reflection of you in some way, shape, or form. And if you choose to see kindness, light, and love, and if you choose to focus on kindness, light, and love, you will see kindness, light, and love reflected to you. When you choose to focus on judgment and negativity and old thought patterns, those will be reflected back to you as well. So maybe just a little shadow work is in need, and just going within and truly trying to understand why you think the way that you do and why you have the thought patterns that you do and how you can break free from some of those, or how you can begin to reconstruct and change some of those. And last but not least, I do want to use this other deck for a little motivation. What does this group need to hear at this time? Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. That's a really good message to go along with these cards. You may be so focused on the outcome of something, and as you go into this new chapter, you're wanting to know how the book ends, but just understand that you are in a chapter. This is not your story. This is not the end of your story. You're just in a new chapter. And as you move forward through it, be attentive and pay attention to the thought patterns and reconstruct them and rebuild them and create beautiful ones. Create them for good. See and pray for the highest good for all, not just the ones that will benefit you, not just for an outcome that will benefit you. And pray for the highest good for all. Remember, what you think about, you bring about, so make your mind a beautiful place to be. And if you liked this video and if it resonated, please like and let me know. It helps me out. See you next time.